How exciting to see so many of them. Hope the teachers are as excited. The last lockdown in Uganda began, I think, at the beginning of June, but at the end of September, we had an update from President Museveni to say how things were going and how things were going to be eased a little. And unfortunately, there are still some hotspots in Uganda that, so they don't follow the same pattern as everybody else, and unfortunately one of those is Soroti, so the numbers are still high in Soroti and Kampala, so it makes things still really difficult for our friends in that area. The aim is to actually open up tertiary education from now, I think, or it might be November, but to do that they need to make sure that everybody, staff and students, are vaccinated. But the vaccines are just trickling in. They've been promised, I think, 9 million doses by Christmas, but that is still a trickle for what they want, and it is over a period of time. So I'm not quite sure at the moment how much they've managed to open up as far as tertiary education is concerned. And with the secondary school, which would obviously involve Crossroads, they're hoping, and we're praying, that it will be January opening. But again, that depends on all the staff being vaccinated. And with just a trickle coming in, as I said earlier, we really need to pray that that would be a flow of vaccines going into the country. Made me so annoyed yesterday. I did a COVID clinic yesterday afternoon, and 20 people booked themselves in online and didn't turn up. And I wanted to say, just send them out to Uganda if you don't want them. But anyway, please pray that the vaccines will really flood in and that we can get things moving again. So markets and so on are open in the rest of the country, but because Soroti is a hotspot, the markets, even the open-air markets, are not open. So our friends out there are really struggling to get hold of things, but also their livelihoods are dependent on that. We've just authorised the third lot of food aid to go out. The response from you was so generous for the food aid for the churches. We didn't send it all in one go. And so we've sent 2 lots out and another one. The final one is about to go out now. And that's just over £1,000 to be shared between the 3 churches. And the churches, the people are so grateful to you for thinking of them and for providing that. So thank you very much. You might not have heard about the new school development for quite a while. You might have forgotten about it and thought, well, it's sort of gone off the burner. But actually, we're just about to have a survey conducted on the land that we bought several years ago. And so things are moving on. Things are starting to get exciting and maybe a little bit frightening, or let's say challenging, for the amount of money that we then would need to actually start putting buildings on that land. But really good news that the survey is going ahead. Just grateful really to people that bought Jenny's bunting. So far we've raised £270. I think there might be a bit more actually, £270 last week, and that's amazing. There's still bunting down there to buy, and rumour has it that Jenny is still making and she's heading for Christmas, so look out. So thank you. We have a photograph, don't we? Yes. This is Priscilla, and some of you will know about Priscilla because a couple of years ago we were asked to pray for help to look after Mark. If you remember Mark, who couldn't move out of the house by the time he was in his late teens, and his mum Jane needed to go and teach in school, and we'd had several people helping Mark and nothing was working out, so they asked us to pray, and Priscilla came along, and she was brilliant. She looked after Mark really well, but sadly at the beginning of the year Mark passed on, and I was really touched my heart that Jane, Mark's mother, then realised that now Mark is not there, Priscilla is about to lose her livelihood and wouldn't be able to support her mother. And so Jane wanted to do something to help Priscilla gain a livelihood again. And she thought of a tailoring course and Priscilla was really interested in design. At the time, we weren't able to help, but since we've had a gift of money that was specifically to help people support themselves to make their own income, so an income-generating project. And so we were able to provide for Priscilla. She's gone. That's just me. You don't really want to look at me, do you? Okay. What she needed, Jane had managed to get hold of money for the first half of Priscilla's fees. We're now able to pay for the second part of her course and provide her with a sewing machine that she can go on then and start providing and supporting her mum. And I'm just going to leave you with a video, a really loud video.
Wow, we are so grateful for your support. Wow, we are so grateful for your support. I'm here with Priscilla, and you can see our smiles. We are so grateful so much.
God bless
you. Amen.